So there's this small indie game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's this little game called Among Us. It's this neat game where you have to repair a spaceship and avoid getting killed by enemy aliens. In all seriousness, it's a pretty popular game and seems to be all over YouTube nowadays. But what if there was an Among Us fighting game? Sounds a little crazy to be true. Well, believe it or not, it exists, and it released today. The game was made as a small coding project in the Unity Universal Fighting Game engine, and is called Among Us Arena. It was developed by Starcutter, also known as Resident Beedrill. If you're an old school Rivals Workshop player, you may recognize his name from one of the earliest Rivals Workshop characters, Kid Goku. It's crazy to see people move on to full fan games, but it's really cool. The game itself is pretty bare bones mode-wise. Of course, you have Versus mode, where you can play against the AI or other players locally. There's also a simple arcade mode, where you have to fight a series of AI opponents. They don't seem to get harder or anything, but it's a way to play a lot of the game fast. It'd be cool if this mode was like footsies, where every opponent has a different playstyle. There's a super basic training mode where you can wail on an opponent, which is fun. Lastly, there's actually an online mode with Rollback netcode. The servers are a bit overloaded, so it's hard to get matches currently. However, when you do get a match, the game is pretty seamless. Had a lot of fun playing the sets that I did, and I'll definitely play more in the future. But I know what you want to know. How is the gameplay? Well, it's quite fun. The game technically has 15 playable characters, but they're actually all the same. Imposter from Among Us is a 4-button character with light, heavy, knife, and gun attacks. Each of these moves has a standing, crouching, and jumping version and can be blocked by holding back. The only special input is grab, done by pushing light and heavy together. Despite not having special moves, the moveset is rather interesting. Light attacks work well as a frame trap or to pressure blocks, however standing lights can only combo to heavy. Heavy attacks can combo into knife or gun attacks no problem, and have much more range at the cost of commitment. Crouching and jumping heavy both bounce the opponent, which is useful for combo extensions. Knife is usually the end of your Gatlings, and is quite powerful. You can still link out of it if your timing is right, leading to really long combos. You can also charge standing knife, but it's pretty niche. The last major button is gun, which is probably the most technical button. At first glance, gun is your go-to wall and ground bounce option, and while it works well as that, it can combo into knife, and has high recoil when used as a combo ender, giving you the ability to get away and force your opponent to approach. It also stuffs out approaches as its hit scan, albeit only knocks down from far away. Overall, Imposter can do a little bit of everything, which makes sense seeing as well he's the only character. This simple system controls like a dream. Combos flow so smoothly that you can get a follow-up off of almost any hit, making everything feel impactful. For example, you can jump cancel off a standing gun attack, which allows you to follow up with an air combo and then get a ground bounce for even more damage. One of my favorite confirms involves jumping knife. By landing a jumping knife attack at just the right spacing, you can actually follow it up with jumping light into standing light, allowing you to continue a combo after a move that would otherwise be a finisher. Currently, there haven't been any touch of death combos found, though there's probably still something out there, but you can always come back from a losing situation. After playing about an hour online though, I can say the game feels super neutral heavy. While there's a lot of combo potential, block strings are much more limited. Lights pretty much are the only thing that's safe on block, so gun's recoil is used to get you away if the opponent starts blocking. On knockdown, your best bet is a high-low mix-up, though you can frame trap using jumping gun into jumping light to surprise the opponent and potentially score a combo. You've probably noticed that jumping gun is very relevant in the meta, and yeah, it definitely is. It's very fast for how big it is, it moves you backwards, and it zones. However, it's not as nice as it seems, as there are some catches. For one, the corner is absolutely death in this game. Not only do combos get longer, but there's also much less room to escape, and there's virtually no true reversal options in this game. Losing that stage advantage is rough. Secondly, while just running at it seldom works, it is the slowest aerial, so jump knife easily beats it if you can get into range. However, if they read it, they can fake you out with jump heavy, so it's important to watch for commitments. Point is, there's a lot of depth to this game, and a lot of untapped potential to get even crazier. There are a few issues I have with the game, but nothing major. First, there's no video options at all, so if you're wondering what's up with the screen tear, that's why. Also, as previously mentioned, the online is a bit unstable, though I know that's already being fixed. The one thing that I don't think is getting changed is how slow your movement is. There's no dashing at all, so better hope you can get patient or get in with a sneaky jump knife attack. Overall though, I've really been enjoying my time with the game. Among Us Arena was a pleasant surprise for me, and something I'll definitely be playing more of in my free time. I feel like I'm really good at it. So far I've only lost one game to this really solid tan imposter player. But what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm more than down to make more content on this game if interest is high, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, see you around.